I'm 20. I live in Holland. Born in Estonia, but Holland is my home. It's where I work, where I study, my friends are. I do international law, and I work as a chef.
And dating status? I think last time you had a African boyfriend that you never met.
I still do.
There you go.
I still do.
When are you gonna meet him, by the way? When are you gonna meet him in person?
I don't know. The visa application is still going. We're in a registered partnership.
You should be
almost.
You should be on our show 90 Day Fiance. Literally.
It's a good show.
I'd love that actually. I don't know what they're doing in Europe.
That'd be funny. Okay.
Okay.
And
he loves the show.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Shout out to my wait, is he Nigerian or what is he?
Tunisian.
My brother. Welcome. All right.
What's your highest education level completed? You said you're in college right now, studying international law, right? Do you have your bachelor's degree though?
No, I'm doing my bachelor's right now.
You're doing your BA, okay. And that's in Holland?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
What about you?
Hi, my name is Jenny. I am 21 as of today.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Let's go.
Yeah.
She's getting older.
I am...
Where are you from?
I am from Miami, Florida, and I...
What do you do for work?
I'm a fashion designer / seamstress.
Okay. What's your highest education level completed?
High school.
Okay. And then relationship status?
I'm in a relationship.
How long you been together?
Like a year.
All right. Cool. How'd y'all meet?
Through friends.
Wait, what's so funny?
No, nothing.
What's funny,
You know
friends?
something that I don't?
No, I can't say it on stream.
Oh.
We met through friends.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's an inside joke. I can't say it on stream.
Okay. All right. Well,
okay, what about
Fresh
you?
always with the information he can't disclose. All right.
Fresh has no information.
All right. What about you?
Cap.
I am 21. I'm a student.
What's your name first?
My name is Kanisha.
Kenesha. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all!
All right. And then you said you're 21. Where are you originally from?
I'm from Miami, born.
Okay. Cool.
Born in Miami.
What do you do for work?
I'm a student
Okay.
in
Full time?
Miami. Yes,
All right.
full-time student.
All right. So you're pursuing your bachelor's degree, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay. And?
Criminology.
Okay. Do you want to drop where you go to school?
No, I don't.
Okay. Fair enough. What's your relationship status?
Single.
All right.
Damn, still?
Yes. Until these men level up, it's going to stay like that.
Okay.
All right, Queen.
Fantastic.
Talk your stuff.
Okay. All right. What about you?
My name is Katarina, or Kate, whatever you prefer. I'm from Europe, half Italian, half Eastern European.
How old are you?
20.
Okay. And you're originally from, you said Eastern Europe?
Yeah, well, half Italian, half Eastern European.
Estonia, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm a full-time student, and I work at a student financial center.
Okay. And then you're pursuing your bachelor's?
Mm-hmm, correct.
In what?
In marketing, but I'm going to law school after.
Okay. Do you plan to be a lawyer in Italy or in Estonia? Or?
We'll see how it goes. For now, I know I want to go to law school in America, but we'll see what happens after.
Cool.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then relationship status?
I'm in a relationship.
Okay. How long y'all been together?
8 months, I believe.
Okay. Does he go to school with you?
He goes in the same city, but a different school in Point Loma.
Okay. Cool. And then what about you?
Hi, my name is Demetra. I am 25 years old. I'm originally from Massachusetts, live in Fort Lauderdale currently.
What part of Mass you from?
Worcester.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
very familiar. WPI and all that.
Oh, yeah,
Nothing
for sure.
over there, but that's fine.
There really is.
Worcester. You guys have the God damn it, Eastern Sprints. It's a big rowing race. It's in Worcester.
Oh,
Eastern Sprints. All the schools go there for Division I rowing. Fuck you, man. What is your what do you do for work?
I'm a full-time OnlyFans girl.
Okay. And then what kind of content do you make for OnlyFans?
I make all kinds of content. I mean, you know, girl, boy,
Okay.
self.
Okay.
Fair enough. Wait.
Boy.
I mean, boy, girl, sorry.
Okay. What's your highest education level completed?
I did 2 years of college, dropped out.
You didn't get your associates?
No, I didn't.
Okay. You went to like a 4-year school?
No, I went to community college.
Okay.
and cosmetology school. I completed that, and I also did hair right before I started doing OnlyFans full time.
How long you been doing that for?
I've been in the hair industry for 10 years and been doing hair for 5.
Okay, and then OF, how long?
It's only been 3 months, so it's pretty new.
Oh, okay.
What do you like more, hair or OF?
I do like hair for the creativity, for just kind of like, just because I always love playing with hair, but OF gives me more freedom to just kind of like work whenever I want, wherever I want, and interact online.
So it's funny, your career, which is the hair, you used to work on hair.
Yeah.
Now OF, they're working on your hair.
Yeah,
By
they
pulling
work. Yeah, exactly.
All right. What's your are you in a relationship?
Single.
Okay.
I mean, you couldn't tell, bro.
Yeah, well, you got to ask, right? It's on the
Yeah,
questionnaire.
You're right.
So,
welcome to welcome.
Yeah, welcome. You can hit the first question, Fresh.
Okay, ladies. We're
AK in the chat. Holy
shout
shout out academics, man.
Shout out to academics in the chat.
Big AK.
I think he's gonna be here in Miami in like a week or two, right? Something like that.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah. Let us know when you're. I hit you up. Let me know the dates that you were gonna be here.
He did an awesome breakdown of our, our
Our
situation as
situation?
well, and he's very, supportive, but still not too biased. So shout out to him for always dropping the knowledge.
Shout out to him, man.
And guys, on YouTube, we know the quality is kind of weird, more or less. We're fixing it right now.
Quite as weird on YouTube.
Yeah, chat saying it's like 720p.
It's
and
really
it's
weird.
So
I don't know what's going on there, but
interesting.
Yeah,
interesting.
And we're on Rumble anyway, so just come to Rumble.
Yeah, rumble.com/FreshFit, guys. Check us out over there if you want to watch the stream in higher quality. It's the space for the YouTube chats. Oh, that's what's messing it up.
yeah, they're seeing like the black, black. So they confused.
Oh.
Oh wait, so they can't see. Okay, Fresh, just run the thing while I go get this shit.
Okay, ladies, real quick. So we're in Miami, right? Obviously speaking, we go outside sometimes. We party. It's part of culture here. But let me ask you this: do you want your man to be in the party industry itself? So would you date like promoters, guys that go outside, or do you prefer your man to like stay inside and just be home? I guess. Like, what do you prefer in a guy? To be going outside all the time, or to be home?
Homebody.
Homebody? What?
Yeah. Just because, I'm not outside all the time, so I prefer my man to kind of like level with me.
Mm-hmm.
I do not want, obviously a lot of things go down when you go out. I'm sure we're all familiar. So definitely not my kind of vibe.
Wait, how do you know what goes on outside?
Because I've been outside.
Okay, so do you go outside now?
No, I haven't gone out in a very long time.
What made you stop?
Just because I've been focusing on work lately, so I just been trying to level up my game, on OnlyFans. So definitely just been focusing on that and not really just, partying as a distraction as of the moment.
So you might stay home and be a homebody.
Yeah, why
Interesting.
not?
What about you?
I would say a balance. If I would have to pick and choose, I would say homebody as well. But why I say balance is because I have like those moments when I go out a lot, and then there's some other moments when I'm just like in the house for 2 months. So it kind of depends,
Could you tell me what happens when you go outside to parties? You get hit on, like you get sections right away. What happens when you go outside to like a club?
I mean, I'm sure we're all girls, guys hit on us, and all of us probably. I mean, I just say I'm in a relationship and they kind of like, go away. I just like to dance with my girlfriends, I think that's the fun part about it.
When your boyfriend goes out, does he get that same, I guess, like interaction?
I would hope so. When we go out together, yes, I would hope so. I mean, I trust him. He's actually going to Cabo tomorrow, so hopefully he'll do the same thing as I do. I mean, I trust him.
That's a lot of trust. Okay. What about you? Do you prefer a guy that goes out or stays home, like more like a homebody?
I mean, I don't need somebody who's necessarily a homebody 100% of the time because I'm not going to say people who are homebodies are boring, but like I'm definitely an extrovert, loud person. Like anybody who sees me in the club is probably like, she should sit down. So yeah, I need somebody who like, at least sometimes you got to be ready with the energy.
Like drug dealers?
No.
So you want like a mix, basically?
Yeah, mix.
Okay. And then for you?
For me, I don't really like to go out, so I prefer people who are like more homebodies, like every now and then maybe, but I like to be more chill, laid back.
Okay. And then for you?
Whatever makes them happy. But I think someone that goes out more so that they can bring me along and I don't know, we can have a fun time together, new experiences, make some memories, and I think it's just more fun. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you're dating a guy and he says to you, you know what? I prefer a girl that wants to be home all the time, like a homebody.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with that?
No, that wouldn't be my guy.
Why?
Because that's not me. Because I've been in a relationship as such, and it just makes me miserable. I feel like I'm closeted, and yeah, you can't really go anywhere. You can't really develop new relationships, have new experiences, and I don't know, life stays in stagnation. Or
So you want to go outside and you want to be outside and have fun, basically.
yeah.
Okay.
I want to meet new people. I
For you?
want to go new places.
What was the question?
The question is, if you're the guy that told you, you know what, I respect that you want to have fun and all that stuff, but I prefer homebody. I want you to be home most of the time. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Like, if that's what they want, then it's not a problem. Most of the time, that's what I want as well.
Okay.
Unless it's like we're going out together, then that's when it's more fun, in my opinion. But why would I go out by myself? Unless like it's like a special case scenario, like a friend's birthday or something.
Smart. For you? So you said you want a homebody, basically.
No, I said I want a mix.
A mix.
But I feel if somebody asked me to stay home, I would want to go out more. So it's hard, and I, not gonna lie, I'm a Miami girl. I do Miami things.
So I'm gonna give you a scenario here. What if you really like the guy a lot, respect him all the way, and he says, you know what, babe, I love that you're outgoing and stuff, but I want you to be home. I just feel like it's better if you're home. You would still go out and have fun?
I feel like I'm not gonna lie to him, but I'm gonna try and wind it down. And then once he sees like I'm putting in the effort, maybe he'll appreciate it, or he'll be like, no, try, just do. Stay home. Then I'm be like, "Argh."
But as a party girl in Miami, you know what happens in the streets. You know what happens in the club.
But I like people who know me outside, they know that like I'm not down for it all. I know how to say no. I know how to be like, get the fuck back.
But every single time?
A lot of the time.
See, that's scary. Not all the time. Okay.
But what are you asking for? I'm not gonna be unloyal to my partner. My partner comes first.
But then stay home then.
Yeah, stay home. The fuck?
I'm not the. I mean, I'm gonna stay home if it makes them feel some type of way. But like, if it's been, I'm one of those people where it might be like, oh, I haven't been outside in 3 weeks.
Why not invite him? Go together.
He can come, but like sometimes
He can come. Maybe he could come.
He can come. He can be outside.
So that's like an afterthought. It's not even
He's
like,
not an afterthought.
oh, I want to go out. Let's go out together.
Cause like I am somebody who can go out by myself. Like I can make my own vibe. So it's like if you're not, I understand if you're an introvert and that's not your thing.
Mm.
But if you do want to go out with me and that's your thing, I'm not gonna tell you no. I'm like, okay, we lit. We in Miami.
Okay, that is definitely not good news. What about you?
I mean, I feel like I'm definitely more of an extroverted person, so I do need to like go out and have fun. I'm not even talking only about partying. I just like doing random things, like even like some crazy sports extreme. Like I like to go bungee jumping a lot. Fun fact.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
It's crazy.
I know. I first time I thought I'm gonna die because they make you like jump. But anyways, so I when I got into a relationship with my boyfriend, like I told him right away, like, yo, like I like to go out, I like to stay home as well, but you know, you have to be chill with that. So again, I need a boyfriend who understands that.
So you mentioned earlier you want a homebody for a guy mainly, right? So if you want a homebody in him, why can't you do the same?
Well, because I feel like it's good balance when one partner is like more of a quiet, introverted person, can listen, and the other one is like, you know, like, oh, doesn't stop blabbering. I think that's a good balance. Like I said, if he goes out, it's up to him. You know, I want him to have fun as well, but it's just usually how I think the dynamic works best.
So you mentioned, I want to say, activities during the day, which is great because it's during daytime.
Mhm.
But let's say clubs, you said earlier when you go out, guys hit on you, you get drunk, you dance, all that stuff. So is that a good environment for you being with a man?
I don't think I'm really drunk that often. I have my friend taking care of me, and vice versa. Like, and again, I know how to say no. I always say no.
Okay.
I always been like that. Even before I was in a relationship, I'm really like, I don't know. I can't just do stuff. It's just not my thing. You know what I mean? No judgment though. Oh, guys have fun. But yeah.
All right. Last but not least.
Okay. Well, if my man wanted me to stay home, I could definitely stay home. Like, it's definitely not a big deal.
For how
me.
long?
It doesn't really matter. Like, I obviously like a good balance between going out and staying home. And when I mean go out, like, I'm more of like a restaurant person. I like going out and trying like, new foods. Definitely doing like various activities. Club scene is like a rarity.
Okay.
And like, if he would want to go to the club, if I did, like, I prefer to put curfews on each other.
Oh.
So it's like,
on him too.
absolutely, because if you're gonna put a curfew on me, I'm definitely gonna put one on you as well.
So run this play by me real quick.
Okay.
You're dating a guy. You're
Yes.
serious with him. What time are you putting on him to come home to you?
So it depends. We're here in Miami. Clubs are 24/7. Obviously, I would say no later than like 2 a.m.
Wow.
So nigga be home by 2 a.m.
Like
Minimum.
by 2 a.m. Like like maximum, not minimum.
What's your limit?
My limit? Well, if I'm giving him the 2 a.m., he better give me the 2 a.m. as well. Like
So it's 50-50, equal.
So,
well, when it comes to that, absolutely, yes, I think so.
Chris, you had a comment?
So question, what if he doesn't come home at 2 a.m.?
Well, then
What
we're
are you
going to
gonna do?
have to have a discussion about that and be like, hey, I thought we created these boundaries when we first started dating, because I believe that when you first start dating somebody, you have to be able to establish those boundaries from the very beginning, and you have to like have that conversation. Like, hey, are you
Who's
more...
paying the bills, you or him, or it's a half?
He's paying the bills.
Okay, so then if he's paying the bills, why should he listen to what you have to say?
Because he respects me and he respects what I bring to the table as a woman.
What do you bring?
I bring love, care, nurture. I cook. I clean.
Uber Eats.
I don't do Uber Eats. I actually
we
cook
do.
every day.
Yeah, I mean, you can just buy that shit.
Yeah.
Buy Uber.
Okay, so you're saying for this to work, has to be equally set up where you have a curfew, he has a curfew as well, and that's one way it's going to work. It's 50-50 basically.
Yeah, if that were the case, absolutely. Hmm.
But you don't pay no bills.
She ain't paying no bills, man.
I don't have to pay any bills.
Go, Queen.
Got it. Okay.
So you guys are 50-50. But you guys have, so he has all the responsibility, but only half the authority.
He can have, so usually what I would say is that he will have the last say and the last word. Like, say we're having disagreement or a discussion, like as my man, I respect his authority, so I'm definitely going, and his lead, so I'm definitely going to have him have the last word, whether I feel like I'm in the wrong or right. But at the end of the day, I prefer for us to come to an understanding.
Mm-hmm.
You
But
know,
realistically speaking, if he has the last word, you can't really put a curfew on him, right?
if he has the last word, and well, yeah, I guess
See, it
I can
doesn't-
put
yeah,
a curfew.
You can't put a curfew on him, and if he actually is the one that has the authority and the responsibility.
If he has the authority and the responsibility, I definitely feel like if you respect me as your woman, this is just a simple ask that I'm, asking from you. It's like, you respect me as your girlfriend, right? Okay, so if you do, can you respect my wishes for you to come home at 2 a.m. just like you asked me? Because, obviously it's the club scene.
Well, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Do you think it's a good deal for him to abide by that rule when you might not necessarily be an ideal girlfriend due to some of the life choices you've made with your profession?
Well, so this is the thing. Like I said, when you start dating somebody, you have to establish that from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
If you date me and you know that I do OnlyFans from the very beginning and I have established that, that means if you continue into this relationship, then you are okay with it, aren't you?
Okay.
Okay.
So you think it's fair? You think it's fair for you to have that request of men where he's expected to be the breadwinner and take care of you, protect and provision, etc., but he has to also follow rules that you would follow as a subordinate.
So it just depends on certain rules. Like, I don't put a lot of rules on my man. All I ask is for you to show me loyalty, love, respect, honesty, and obviously be respectful when you're going out to the club. Like, if you're going to go out to the club with your boys, I have full 100% trust, especially if I'm dating you. So, but the thing is that, like, I don't want you to come home when, like, the sun rises. I would like for you to be home, like, by a certain time, because then I just find it, like, why were you out till 6 a.m.?
But can he argue that it's not respectful that you're on the internet nude?
Well, like I just said, like, if we establish that from the beginning, then he should have no problem with it. You can't just, like, come at me for saying that, like, oh, you have an OnlyFans, so I'm going to stay out till 6 a.m. It does not make any sense. You respect the fact that I have an OnlyFans.
Do you fuck other guys that aren't your boyfriend on OnlyFans?
No. So basically, if I were to have a boyfriend, I would definitely respect my boyfriend and only do it with him.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not doing OnlyFans with other men if I am in a relationship.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. You said you think polarity is important, right? You said that, one needs to be introverted and another one needs to be extroverted in a relationship.
Not necessarily, but I just found that dynamic works best.
Okay. So that's what you're saying. It is the best way to go. So someone needs to be introverted, someone needs to be extroverted. Who do you think needs to be more introverted for the relationship to be successful? The man or the woman?
Like in general?
Yeah.
I think it depends. You can't just pick and choose. I mean, I'm more extroverted than my boyfriend.
Okay, let me ask you this. Who do you think needs to lead for a relationship to work?
Lead the relationship?
Yeah.
I mean, see, I don't believe that someone needs to lead it. I think it should be 50-50.
You think relationships between men and women lead? Hold on. Who agrees that it needs to be 50-50 on the panel? 1, 2? Only 2 of you guys? You guys don't, what do you guys think? Who should lead?
The man.
I think
The man for sure.
Man? Okay, so you think it's 50-50. Okay, what makes you say it's 50-50?
Because, well, I'm talking about my personal life. I am working just like he's working. I mean, obviously we're younger. I don't know how it's going to be later. But as of right now, I'm in college. I'm working. He's doing the same thing. It's like, we're both providing for each other. You know what I mean?
Okay. But realistically speaking, are you and him the same?
Same person? No.
No, I mean, are you guys like the same? Like, are men and women the same?
I think they're different, but equal.
Within the confinements of a relationship, though? Do you guys have the same roles?
I think you can, I mean, personally, again, I'm speaking from personal experience.
Sure.
Some people might disagree with me, but I think that, I want to work, and if he wants to work, he should too. I want to work and I want to have kids, and I believe in balance.
Would you be okay with him staying at home with the kids and then you work?
I think we can, change. I mean, I think that I should take like I mentioned in the previous.
Would you actually accept that? Keep it 1,000. If you went to work every single day and he stayed home with the kids, would you accept that?
I would.
Really? Okay. And you would stay with him and you would still respect him the same and everything?
Yes, of course. Yeah, if that's what he wants to do.
Interesting. So in your relationship, you think it's 50-50? You think it works?
Right now, yes, correct.
Right now in your situation. Okay. The thing is that no relationship is 50-50, realistically speaking. There's always someone that needs the other party more. No, there's no such thing as 50-50 in anything, whether it's a relationship with your friends, with your boss, with your business partner, whatever it is. Like, there's always someone who holds a bit more leverage than the other party. So someone has to be a leader at the end of the day, right? There's one president of the United States. There's one CEO of a company.
CEO.
There needs to be a decision maker. Nothing good ever comes from a committee. There needs to be one final decision maker. Who do you think that needs to be, you or the man?
I can't speak on that right now because I'm only 20 years old. I'm not sure how I'm going to be in the future. Right now,
I'm saying in general. It doesn't have to be just for you. It could be, what do you think would be optimal in general?
Just in the general world?
Yeah.
I mean, from what I'm seeing, definitely more of a traditional relationship is man is a leader,
Okay.
but it doesn't mean it's for me.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. So you were talking about introverted and extroverted, and you said in your relationship that you are the more extroverted one and your boyfriend is the more introverted one?
Mhm.
Okay. Do you think that is optimal for a relationship where the woman is the one that's going out more and the guy staying inside more? Or should it be the other way around in general?
I think it just depends. I mean, when I say I'm going out, I mean, I'm also I'm in a lot of organizations and a lot of clubs. I'm doing just a lot of things. I just like to keep myself busy. It doesn't necessarily mean about going to the clubs and stuff. This is just I'm just extroverted.
Okay. What do you think men find more attractive? A woman that's introverted or extroverted? And I'm going to go around the panel on this one. Do you think men are more attracted to introverted or extroverted women?
I think it just depends on the person. I don't think it's men and women. It's just, for me, even a relationship is more of an equal partnership. So for me, I am quite opinionated. I'm opinionated and I can be quite assertive. And my boyfriend likes that about me.
Is that what he tells you?
That's what he tells me. That's why
Well,
he's
that
with
wasn't
me.
the question. The question was, who do you think needs to be more introverted? Excuse me. Do you think men find introverted or extroverted women is more attractive?
The concept of a man that you have, probably than an introverted woman, I assume.
Okay.
If it's the traditional relationship, but I don't think that really works.
You don't think the traditional relationship works?
No, I
worked
don't
for thousands of
think.
years.
I really do not think it's necessary.
Okay. What makes you think it's not necessary?
Because a relationship is an equal partnership. If I am the one that's assertive, if I can provide, if I earn the money, then it doesn't really matter what my boyfriend does.
Okay. Do you think most women have that mindset?
I know a lot of women that do, and I think it's.
But do you think a majority of women have that mindset where they're okay being a breadwinner and taking care of their
I
man?
think it's unfair to disregard the women that do think that way or that are that way, and it's just unnecessary to put ourselves or like women in a box where they have to be quiet and timid and. I don't know.
I didn't say I'm forcing them to be in that box or anything. I'm just simply
No,
asking
but you are putting them in that box.
No, I'm asking you a simple question. What do you think men find more attractive, introverted or extroverted women? That's all I asked.
Generally.
And then you went ahead and talked about yourself. I'm asking in general, and then if you want, answer the question generally, then you can speak about yourself more specifically.
Yeah, well, no, if I mean you and your audience, probably a woman that's more timid and quiet and proper and, yeah, an introverted person.
Okay, and then you said, what did you say after that? You said that you think that it shouldn't be that way. You said it's unfair.
I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's unfair. It's if it works for people, sure, but it isn't the case for me, and I believe that there are a lot of people.
Because you said in a traditional relationship, that's how it is. Do you think? Wouldn't it be fair to say though that most women want a traditional relationship?
No, it's not fair to say that actually.
Why not?
Because I know a lot of women that don't, that are just like I am, that are outgoing.
Where are these
that
women
like
from?
To do stuff. From Europe.
From
friends.
Holland, right?
Yeah, from all over the world. I've traveled a lot, but
Okay.
and most of the people, at least I get along with, are, yeah, they
So-
do stuff themselves.
So you're basing it off of a sample size of people that you know that you're friends with that are from your part of the world, which Holland is an egalitarian, fairly liberal country, progressive.
I've traveled a lot.
Huh? And
I've traveled around
Okay.
Europe. It's just, yeah.
do you
it's
think?
like
Do you
that.
think Tunisia observes these values?
I know my boyfriend does.
Is that what he tells you?
Nope.
Yes, it is.
I think that's what he tells you to
My
get what he
nigga's-
wants, but that's
my
fine.
nigga's smart.
Yeah.
It's not a lot he
he's a
can
smart
get
guy.
from me.
Yeah.
It's-
Okay. Very interesting. But I'm asking you, do you think a majority of women, if I lined up, let's say even in the United States, let's take a first world country like the United States, do you think a majority of women believe in this egalitarian system that you think that men and women should be under?
No.
Or do most women want a traditional relationship where they have a masculine man who's a leader? Which one?
I believe that they are almost forced to think that way or feel that way, that they should be more quiet and timid, because it's a lot of judgment from more conservative people, or that do want the traditional relationship, that feel the need to force them or put them in a box so that they would feel uncomfortable or not happy with themselves if they're not quiet and if they're not timid, if they're not proper and conservative.
I think it's the other way around.
Yeah?
I think if it's anything, it's you make fun of women that want to be moms, that want to stay at home, that want to raise a family. If she's
No.
not chasing a career, if she's not going to college, if she's not like believing in feminist ideals, they make fun of her.
No, but it's not really like that. I think that whatever works for a person, it works for them. It doesn't really matter. Whether you're a person that likes dealing with kids, that really enjoys cooking, being at home.
I would argue a majority of
sure.
women want to be at home. They prefer to not enter the workforce. Most women enter the workforce because they have to, because maybe their man doesn't make enough money, inflation, etc. But if they could stay at home and maybe work from home, they'd prefer that overwhelmingly from going into a job every day or not having to work at all.
Sure. But I can't agree with that, because a lot of women that I know, and I know how I am.
But you
they
do
don't
understand
like
that what you know is a limited perspective of overall female thought process all over the United States and
And the
all
same
first world
goes to
countries.
you. I believe that you surround yourself with people that think the way that you do.
Ooh.
I'm speaking for a majority of women when I say that most women, if given the opportunity, would prefer to stay at home with their family over going into the workforce.
I'm actually curious.
And if
know
they
you
do
are,
enter
but
the
what am I?
if they do enter the workforce, they're going to do it in a limited capacity where they might work part-time, they might do a job from home, they'll work from a laptop, but they would prefer to stay at home is my point. I'm not
actually
saying women don't want to
person.
work. I'm saying they want to work in a limited capacity where the man is the breadwinner. Do you want to be the breadwinner in your relationship, realistically speaking?
I don't mind.
So you don't mind,
but do you want to do it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, real quick, I'm curious. Do you want to be a breadwinner?
No, I don't.
Do you want to be a breadwinner?
I do.
Okay. Do you want to be?
No.
Do you want to be?
God, no.
So 3-2. So it seems like the majority wins, and they don't want to be. But ultimately speaking,
You don't have to say that it's the majority, because there's also the minority that really exists, and you're disregarding that.
Yeah,
no,
of course.
it
Always.
exists.
We
but is it
preface all the
important?
questions with in general. Like that's how we preface most of the questions in general. Do you think most women want a traditional relationship? And you're saying, well, that's unfair. It shouldn't be that way. But well, that's not the question. The question is, do you think most women in general want a traditional relationship? I would argue yes. Most women want a leader. Most women want a guy that's masculine. Most women want a guy that's dominant. Most girls want a guy that's competent, that can lead them, that makes more money than them, etc. So it's like, I mean, it's just biology. It's not really, you know, and that's kind of the problem with an egalitarian belief system that you kind of observe. It doesn't align with biology. Like, women say that they want to be equal to a man, but when it comes to equality for real, they don't want to deal with equal consequences and equal responsibility. You guys want the benefits of equality while not necessarily dealing with the negatives of equality.
I do not see the negatives in equality.
You don't see negatives in equality?
No.
I mean, if you look at jobs that create infrastructure, you look at construction, you look at STEM, you look at engineering, you look at electricians, plumbers, etc. All these physically labor-intensive jobs, women don't enter these jobs.
No, there are a lot of women in the engineering, in mining even, everywhere.
A very small minority. Men control 90% plus of these industries.
That's because of the age-long patriarchy that's been going on. It's just still wearing
Patriarchy.
off of them.
You think we live in a patriarchy?
Not anymore, okay? But we've been there for a while.
I have a question for
I would
her.
argue, if anything, we live in more of a, well, here's the thing. Men are in leadership roles, but it's to a limited degree, right? Because if you look at, because when women try to sit here and say that, oh yeah, men have all the advantages, etc., they control the wealth. Well, yeah, that's true. But men also die at a higher rate. They're more likely to die from violence. They're most of the homeless people. They're most of the poverty. Like, even though there's men on one spectrum that are excellent, that are superior, there's a lot of men that are absolutely inferior. So we're on both ends of the spectrum, whether good or bad. But I've noticed that, you know, feminist arguments tend to always look at the guys that are doing really good in the top 1%, but they don't look at all the guys that are absolute failures at the bottom.
But that goes the same for women, though.
Not really. Women tend to be more in the middle with everything.
I think that's your perception. And I'm
That's
never going
the
to agree
absolute
with
truth. The bell curve. If you look at geniuses that are the most geniuses are men, but most low IQ people are also men.
you. Yeah?
Yes, this is a fact. This is not my opinion.
Huh.
So men tend to operate on the extremes of the spectrum. So for every guy that's absolutely excellent, there's a bunch of guys that are losers.
Yeah, but there is every level of testosterone produced in a human body. So every person is really an individual. So I don't feel the need to generalize that. And if you're asking me a question that's based on male or female role, then I feel like you're asking me a question and I should, you know, give you an answer about.
Well,
how
I
feel stuff is.
framed the question in a general sense.
I'm sorry.
And then you went and immediately made it about yourself, which is fine. I don't have an issue with that. If you want to make it more individual, but you should give the general answer. Then you can go ahead and say, well, that doesn't apply to me because X, Y, Z. But that does not negate the fact that what I said is an objective fact in general. Just because you might not align with it doesn't mean that it's still not true. And you might represent a minority, which a lot of the times that minority could be statistically insignificant. I would argue most women absolutely don't want to be a breadwinner. Most women absolutely don't want to be the predominant breadwinner. Most women don't want to go to work every single day and work a hard manual labor job. And we have the evidence to prove it. If you look at a majority of the laborious jobs, who runs it? Men. Women don't want to do these jobs, and that's fine. But we're different. And I think the problem that a lot of women that believe in egalitarianism like you guys is you guys don't understand, you guys don't accept biological realities. You guys think I can do everything that a man can do, and the reality is you can't. You simply can't.
What is there that I can't do?
Well, in general, women are physically inferior to men. That's a fact. That's not my opinion. You can't run as fast as a man. You can't throw as fast, as hard as a man. You don't have the physical capacity to, excuse me?
I don't have to do that in my everyday life.
Well, if you're going to work a physically manually labor job, you're going to need some ability to have physical strength, correct?
If you're working with men, you're going to have to keep up with the men. You're going to have to be on the same level as them.
Yes, but even the first question was based on leadership. And I feel like there are a lot of women that are creatives, that are really emotional and that can...
They're not saying that you can't do it. You possibly can, but in the long term, how long can you do it for? How long can you do it for before you like hit a wall?
And this is also another argument that a lot of liberals make, right? Just because someone is capable doesn't mean that it's optimal. It's two different things. So if I have 20,000 soldiers, one all female, one all male, Who am I better off sending to fight?
To fight,
Yes.
probably a man.
Okay. So the women are capable of going to war too, right? But it's optimal to send the men to have the best chance. Same exact situation that she's saying. Like, I can have female workers in a certain field or whatever. Yeah, for sure they can do it. I'm not saying women can't do it. But what I am saying is that in general, men are going to be better because we just have, this isn't my opinion. This is an absolute biological fact. We have higher, stronger, more lung capacity, more muscle density, thicker bones. Our faces are designed to withstand more impact. Like, it's just in every physical regard, men are physically superior to women. And if they weren't, why would we have a WNBA? Why would we have female soccer? Why would we have female standards? Why is it that when guys decide to switch their genders, they go into female side, they absolutely destroy them despite the fact that they're on drugs? Think about that. I mean, does that not prove what I'm trying to say? Even though the crazy left is trying to say, oh yeah, go ahead and let them compete in female sports. They're destroying them because we are not the same.
No, I understand your point, and I know that people have different physical capabilities, but your question was more so directed towards leadership and assertiveness, and I feel like that.
But all of that plays in. See what I mean? Like, I went another step further, but like, leadership stems from biological superiority from a physical standpoint.
How? How is that true? No, I can be physically very capable, but I can be just unable to talk to people, unable to lead them towards success, unable to motivate them. It doesn't, zero correlation.
I agree. But here's the thing. A part of leadership is communication skills. It is competence.
Which is
it is the ability to be extroverted to a degree. It is being physically capable and dangerous. All of these things play into leadership.
The dangerous part isn't really necessary.
Really?
Yeah.
That's easy for you to say when you live in a safe first world country, but you absolutely need to be capable of danger. How are you going to think about it? The civilized world that we live in now, you do realize that it's civilized because there's dangerous people willing to enact violence to protect your safety.
I know.
If you get attacked, police officers showing up with weapons, correct? You're going to call 911 for more than likely men to show up with firearms to protect you from another individual who's perpetrating violence on you, correct?
Yes, but that's
If
not
the country's
necessarily the
invaded,
leader.
if the country's invaded by foreign invaders who have weapons, we have a military that is going to enact violence to protect your ability to be safe, correct?
But not the president. You know, the president, the
Yeah.
one that's actually leading.
He's the commander-in-chief.
Yes.
So
that can be also a woman. So I don't. Women can lead such as well
in
as
the
men
past,
can.
actually, the president would be on the field as the commander-in-chief. But
George Washington was running around with them.
yes, and Theodore Roosevelt, he as well would be, he was very known for being a man of war. But the reason that they're not anymore is because now they're in a place of risk. They need to be able to lead the country so they can't just die because there's not somebody that could easily take their place. So that's why there's things in place now to make sure that they're protected. That's why there's a Secret Service. They can't die. They're at a high risk. People want to kill them because that way they can take over a country. So they got a lot of responsibility.
Yes, but the leader of a country can still such as well be a female. It doesn't really matter. So the
No, I
leader in a
understand that.
relationship can also be both genders. It doesn't
Again,
matter.
goes back to my argument that I made before. Just because someone is capable doesn't mean it's optimal in general. So maybe 1 out of 10 women can be a capable leader. Cool. But if I line up 10 guys, a higher majority of them can potentially be a leader and more capable of doing so.
I mean, if you had kids at daycare, would you prefer a man or woman? Be honest.
If they're in daycare, they're probably taking care of professionals. I wouldn't.
No, but would you prefer a man or woman to take care of your kids?
A woman, maybe.
Why?
I don't know.
No,
Probably.
Because maybe
No,
I'm also just.
No, you know why.
Probably.
Because they're more capable, because they are more nurturing.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
So we
Probably.
have biological strengths, men and women.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm also just.
Whatever.
I also have.
I'm not saying a female can't be president. What I'm saying is that most women are not fit to be president. Do you understand the difference?
I don't believe that most women are not fit to be a president.
We would have had one by now then.
There are a bunch in Europe, actually.
And how are those countries doing?
One of them
good.
is Estonia.
Yeah,
We just had a
they're doing
female
amazing.
president. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how's the economy over there?
Good.
It's
yeah,
great.
quite good.
Yeah.
Okay, besides
Not
the
true.
country, how
They're-
is her personal life? Is she happy?
I
Is
mean,
she
I guess
happy?
so.
Like, how
She's doing
stressed
a
is she?
lot.
Wasn't one of these women on camera
Yeah, dancing in a club.
dancing in a club?
Yeah.
One of these presidents?
Yeah.
Wait, who?
Presidents
It
and
was a,
quotations.
I don't know, that's
prime minister of, I
embarrassing.
think, Finland or one of these places. I mean, Western Europe had economic issues for a very long time. A lot of times for being super liberal. I don't think these countries are as strong as you guys say from an economic standpoint.
Estonia is in the Eastern Europe. We're doing really good.
Then why are y'all here?
Why are you here?
Why you here?
No, we're just kidding. we know why you're here.
Yeah.
She belongs to the
Sunshine.
streets.
Anyway, so what do you think is more attractive to men, an introverted woman or extroverted woman?
I think they find both attractive, but they'll probably take the introverted woman more seriously.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you? What do you think?
It's dependent on the way that she displays her femininity.
Okay. Go ahead. You can
Yeah,
go
like
deeper if you want.
like I'm very extroverted, but like I can say that if I'm around the guy that I like, sometimes I'm a little bit more meek because like oh, it's shy, like oh, cute, But like yeah, but I'll still let them see the extroverted side, but I get a little bit more timid, more meek, and like withdrawn. But I'm not hiding who I am. It's just natural.
Do you think that's okay? You said it's natural. Do you think that's a hardwired response when you're around a man that you're attracted to?
I feel as though yes. There's not somebody who I don't like you, and then I just like go like just show you like I'm crazy. I like.
Are you a
and I'm,
normally extroverted person?
Yes, I'm somebody who like I walk into a room and I'm recognized by a lot.
Okay,
of people.
so you're a naturally extroverted person. Yet when you meet someone who's attractive, you immediately kind of quiet your tone a bit and you chill out.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say that's a biological response because you understand that I'm around an attractive man and I need to show myself in an attractive light, and being more quiet and submissive is more attractive to that type of man?
I wouldn't say that I would automatically say that it's attractive. It might be a natural response because that when it goes back all the way to like prehistoric times and just
that's what I'm trying to allude to.
Maybe that, yes, but not on purpose. No, not for attractivity.
That's my point.
Yes, sorry. I made your point. Sorry.
Yeah, you did. Thank
you.
Yeah, because I'm. It's just very interesting because we always revert back to our biology, right? Like, I don't think social norms or we try to sit here and say, oh, well, it should be this way and it could be this way. That's great, right? That's a very nice mindset, but I don't think that's the way that the world works, because as soon as something crazy happens, if there's a pandemic or there's real risk of danger, are you going to fight off a man? Can you fight off a man? Can any of you really fight off a man? No. You depend on other men to take care of the dangerous men that come and try to attack you. If someone breaks into your house, more than likely it's going to be a guy, let's be honest, right? I talk about the negative and the positive of males, right? Because men are more likely to commit crimes. But then you're going to call 911 and it's going to be more than likely men that show up. And if it's women that show up, you're probably not going to be as happy. Because you're like, oh, man,
shit.
You don't want two female police officers to show up when you're in a life or death situation. You want two toxically masculine guys with beards to show up that are, have some military experience. That's what you really want to show up when your life's on the line.
Facts.
Okay. What are we? Are we gonna
go to Rumble?
All right. No. We'll. What about you? Well. Okay. What do you think is more attractive in general, and then you can give your perspective? Introverted woman or an extroverted woman?
I think generally an introverted woman. Even my mom tells that to me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is your mom married?
Yes, she is.
Okay. What did your mom tell you about being introverted?
Well, because I've always been really because I want to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
I always been more
try to argue.
Kinda, but I do it kind of as a joke almost. But I'm just really outspoken. I like to say what I'm thinking.
Uh-huh.
And so my mom would always tell me you need to be, because she's from Eastern Europe. People are more traditional, I would say.
Yeah.
And she would always tell me to don't argue that much and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I like the point that she made. See, with my boyfriend as well, even though I think we're 50-50%, when I'm with him, I like to be soft-spoken as well, but that's not...
Oh, no, nothing. You just... Excuse me, you guys just proved my point for me without me even trying. But go ahead, continue.
No, but it's just I just like...
So you
like,
tone
I
down
can be
extrovertism when you're with a man that you're attracted to?
No, I can be soft-spoken with him and then go to work and, be a boss as well. It's like...
So you
yeah, but that literally proves my point. To be attractive to the man that you actually like, you tone back being extroverted.
I'm still extroverted. I'm just
but you tone it back.
So
I wouldn't say I still argue with him.
So you turn it off and on, basically.
I mean, yeah, it kind of depends on the mood, I guess.
So you're proving his point.
but it's like, what do you mean? He's sometimes soft-spoken to me. I'm sometimes soft-spoken to him.
Wait, he soft-spoken to you? When?
Hey, baby, what's up? What's going on? Show me that ass. Wait, what ass?
Wait, I'm confused. When is he soft-spoken to you?
Resin, man.
I mean, we both do like cute jokes and stuff like that. I just don't understand.
Oh, romantically, you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Riz, man.
Oh, I think in general.
No, Riz,
I
man.
said, wait, what? Okay.
Okay. What about you?
Okay, so I feel like
Merch.
the definition of like introvert and extrovert. So an extroverted person is a little more like social and like, you know, likes to be around people a little more. An introvert is more so just kind of like to themselves. Not saying that they can't be social people, but like they prefer to be more within themselves. I feel like a man who is masculine and like knows what he wants in a serious relationship, he's definitely going to go for more of like an introverted woman. Just because like, okay, like I can see this woman taking care of my kids, you know, helping me in the house, you know, just kind of like, you know, just kind of being able to, he can, when he lays down the law, he wants her to not like, you know, come at his neck. So it's
Damn,
like,
how you know that?
what do you mean?
And you're still single? Damn. No, but okay, who taught you that?
Well, those are my personal beliefs. And also, like, I have been in relationships myself where I have had learned from, you know, I've at one point had like the mindset that they do. And then like, I kind of learned over time that like, hey, like, you know, this is what's gonna work. This is how it's going to work. So it's like, and also like, I prefer to be more feminine. Like, I prefer to have like a man who is a leader, who is masculine. Like, I'm not just gonna date anybody. Like, if you're not masculine enough for me and you're not leading correctly, then there's no way I'm going to be dealing with you.
So if a man you met recently, right? You actually like them, respect him, and at the same time you say, you know what, I want to be with you. I'm gonna lead you, and you can see him having like those kind of like, I want to say standards or capabilities. Would you stop OnlyFans if he asked you to? Like, say, you know what, I like you a lot. I want to be with you, but you need to stop OnlyFans. Would you stop?
It depends on the situation. Like, I mean, I would tell him straight up, like, what's up? And like, if he is willing to pay my bills and is 100% in it, you know, and is able to respect each other and create those boundaries, like I said in the beginning, then like, I don't see why I shouldn't, you know? I don't have to work, you know?
Okay. So
he would have to be a traditional man.
much.
Yeah, I prefer more traditional man. Like, I don't believe in a 50-50 role, because at the end of the day, it's never 50-50.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If you want a traditional man, do you think you're a traditional woman?
Ooh.
I believe like my mindset is traditional just because I do what I do for
But
work.
are your behaviors traditional?
Yeah, your pussy not.
Wait, what? Chris.
Her pussy's not. I'm telling you, man. She's, she's not a virgin.
I feel like so when
If
it
your
comes to
mindset is
OnlyFans,
traditional, why would you choose something non-traditional?
when it comes to
speak,
OnlyFans,
Yeah.
you're just putting your sexuality out there, and like people have been sexual since day one. That's how we all been here. You know, that's
Fair.
how we all came to this world. So
Yeah.
it's like you're just doing it, and you know, you're just putting it out there a little
But
more.
wouldn't it be fair to say that the whole thing that makes a woman traditional is sexual temperance, especially, and not putting it out there, and it's to be shared with her husband or the man that she's with in a very serious romantic relationship? Isn't that a part of a traditional woman?
I would say so. I mean, I'm not saying it's not. I just feel like we live in a world right now where, you know, you have the potential to make a lot of money on OnlyFans as a woman.
Yeah.
And if your man who happens to share the same traditional values as you is like, okay, this is the world we live in. We're here, you know, we're playing to win. So why don't we just hop on OnlyFans? You know what I
Well,
mean?
My point I'm trying to make is that if you want a man to be traditional and come in and be the masculine dominant figure and a leader and take care of you financially and pay your bills and everything else like that, which is nothing wrong with that, by the way. I genuinely do think that's the way it should be. I think the woman should be sitting at home. I think that he's probably more than likely going to want a traditional woman in return.
Yeah, I mean, like,
So-
if that was the case, he was paying all of my bills and taking
Yeah.
care of me and, you know, respecting me, I wouldn't be doing OnlyFans, you know? And until I find that, like, I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing, so.
I understand that, but I mean, do you see what's going on with Logan Paul right now?
What's he doing?
Well, it's not so much what he's doing; it's more about
What
what his
she's
girlfriend's
doing.
done. He got engaged to a woman who is a model, and there's a bunch of pictures all over Twitter right now of the guy that he's going to box.
Dylan Dennis.
Dennis has been posting pictures of
Nina
Logan,
Idell.
Yeah,
his girlfriend.
His fiance. Pictures with different men, nudes, etc. Photos that she took the better part of a decade ago, when she was younger, because I think she's 31 now. Yeah. And all these photos are coming back to haunt her. And obviously that's terrible.
But when he got engaged to her, I'm sorry, when he got engaged to her, like, didn't he already like accept the fact that she was doing something as
he
such?
might have known a little bit,
yeah,
but not to this extent. And I would also argue, it's 60 plus photos. So imagine 60 plus guys he now sees. Obviously, it probably wasn't all of them that she had sex with.
Hook up with all of them,
However, there's a bombshell that just dropped. I don't know if you saw this. Dylan Dennis sent Andrew Tate a private message on Twitter and told him this photo will end Logan Paul's career.
Yeah.
And kind of find out what it is. If you guys know, wink, wink, go on a certain website, you can see what he's talking about. That's all I'm going to say.
I just feel like that information has to be disclosed, from the beginning.
I agree, but let's be honest here. Are you going to tell every guy your past? No.
Yeah, you're not going to tell them your body count and here are the guys, here's all the photos I have.
Here's the lineup.
Like, I would argue most women are a lot more discreet with their sexual past than men are, way more. And there's a reason for that. There's literally a biological reason for why women have to exercise discretion when it comes to revealing their sexual past with men, because men tend to care about women's past, and disclosing the wrong things can make you lose a relationship. So women are there's almost zero incentive for them to be honest about their sexual history.
Did all of you have a dad in your life? Did you have a dad in your life? All of you guys?
He's still in my life.
Okay. Only you? You?
Yeah, still.
You?
Yeah.
You?
Yep.
No.
Damn, he failed you, man. I'm just kidding.
You said what?
I said he filled there, but
her?
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Is your dad a liberal too?
I love my dad.
I don't know.
Wait, did he? Wait.
He's okay. He's just somewhere in between. He's
whatever.
Like middle.
It's okay.
Wait, where's he now?
In Norway.
Oh, far from you.
Yeah.
This guy.
Okay. I moved out pretty early. We don't.
So just so you guys know, if you guys want to go ahead and get your voice heard on the show, we have a link at the top of the description and also on the side. Go ahead and send a super chat in through Streamlabs, and it'll show up on screen and we'll read it. And then I think Rumble rants as well. You guys can go ahead and jump on rumble.com/Freshandfit, because we're probably going to end up there anyway.
Yeah.
Come on over. So we're going to turn into. Did you have another question that you want to ask?
You want to do chats real quick?
Yeah, we can hit chats, and then ladies, think of a question for us, because we kind of grilled y'all a little bit. So you guys can go ahead and grill us back if you want to.
Grill us.
And please come up with good
grilled
questions.
cheese, by the way.
All right.
All right.
Myron, that OF lawyer who kept arguing with you on every topic possible was on whatever last night. She was saying the draft is not needed. Well, we're about to go into World War III. So, and we are the closest that we've ever been to a war. So
impending doom.
Yeah. I've always said privilege is invisible to those that have it. And of course, she would say something like that when she has zero chances of entering the armed forces. But again, it is what it is. We host a Tommy Robinson debate in the future. Are these $5 in the name of Fed Reacts? Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Love you guys, man. It's only up from here.
Let's do these on Rumble.
Rumble?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, is it getting crazy?
Yeah.
It might
get a little crazy here, bro.
Okay. All right, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch on over to Rumble. So rumble.com/Freshandfit, guys. We're going to, for everything, right? We're going to move off Twitch, Twitter, everything. All right. So, guys. Switch on over right now. We got how many people over? I think right now watching over there.
We got like 10K on Rumble.
10K on Rumble.
16K on Rumble.
16,000 people watching on Rumble right now.
And 4K on YouTube.
And 4K on YouTube. So there's about 20,000 y'all watching, man. Which thank you guys for that, by the way. Appreciate it, guys. You guys could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us. So go ahead, rumble.com/Freshandfit. Drop the link in the chat for them real quick, guys. On all the other platforms.
It's in the chat.
And come on over right now. We're gonna switch. So we'll end it here on YouTube, and then we're gonna go over to Rumble. Freshest word day. Y'all might say something crazy.
Well, we're in a situation, so
fair
if you want us to stay on YouTube, it's what it is, man. Don't put it on me, man.
We came out of YouTube jail, now we're on YouTube death row.
Fresh is right. Don't put it on me, man.
Fresh is right.
I'm trying to save us,
crazy
man.
Rants?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm trying to save us, man.
All right. Fresh is right then.
I had to do a little editing.
Yeah, you have to do some editing?
Oh,
Lord. Okay.
Y'all niggas don't play.